Oh, we're back with another one here. This one now will be just had a few cattle gone to the factory there. We spread a bit of fertilizer there and a few bits and pieces there. But just behind me here now, um, just behind me here now we have the tank with the floor in the tank. Um, we're after getting that much done. Have it have it all in there now. We got a pump. Had a pump there pumping it in. Sort of, we didn't want to be tracking around too much with the digger by the edge of the bank and all, like, and as well as that to try get the cement, the concrete into the centre of the tank as well. Like the digger would have been on its limits now, trying to get in, try to reach in far enough. It'd really have to be tracked right on to the edge, and look, you'd end up getting in trouble, I'd say. So we took the option of going for the pump. Look, expensive option, but look, was saved. Like, cheers, we put down 7 load there in what, a little over 3 hours. Like, flew through it. Now it really opened your eyes now when you wouldn't. I'd never seen a pump working. I put down loads of concrete, all right, but I never was on a job that the pump was used. And Jesus, it really simplifies it. Like, couple of lads there be plenty. Someone just keeping an eye on it with the level and just guiding the pipe around. It really was a godsend now. But we have that in now. We'll be tying in the steel now for the wall. We're starting on shutters there now and early in the week as well. So probably by the end of next week now we should have the walls more or less finished. It'll take, I think, three pours should do the walls, do the two ends and then join up in the centres. So I think 3 pours is what they were reckoning it'd do the walls anyway. So look, it shouldn't be that long now when we get the slats on top of it, and we'll leave it then to cure then and let it before we do any more backfilling and what have you. So look, we'll be working away on it anyway. But footage on the pump, I didn't get any of that. My camera turned off. I was set up there at the corner, but I don't know, maybe I didn't turn it on. I don't know what happened, but I just put in an insert of a pump there and what I mean by it, but I've no actual footage of it working here. So look, at them things happens. Okay. Just remarking there now in this field, it's the first week of July, and it's that's the only time we've been in this field that we haven't seen tracks from wet ground. Like, now it's not dry either. But that's the first time now. Just as you can see there now across the bottom of it here, the bottom quarter, I suppose, there would be. We would have a good few rushes coming back into that there now, so had planned on spraying them off earlier, but we just couldn't get into the field. Might try top them off, give them a coat of topper there and spray the regrowth now if it'd stay anyway dry, and see could we reduce the numbers of these, because they're starting to thicken up there now and they just have it took over. Like this ground wouldn't be great soakage in it. It'd be marl now, grey marl underneath it, so it's not, probably wants to be ripped or something to break the pan in it again. It wasn't too bad there after ploughed for a while, but it's starting to come back into it now again. It's hard to know, mold draining, but I don't know whether it works that well or not. I want to rip it somewhere because we have a good few drains in it. There's light drains and deep drains, and it's hard to know what sort of drainage will work in this ground, because it gets packed. It gets packed from cattle walking on and what have you, so the water's just not able to get down to the drains, I think, and it's hard to know how to handle it. But which year anyway, you're really at nothing. So look at to the next one here and spread on. Just a bit on the spreader there. You have seen it from time to time back along, but just a bit more detail. I've been asked a few times now to just give a run through. It's a Bogbal M2W trend, whatever M2 means, W is weighing. It's a 2-ton spreader. It'll hold slightly over 2 ton, probably 22,300 kilos or that if you're careful getting into it, but it'll hold 2 bags comfortably and leave you that you can go back with a little bit in it and you can get your 2 ton 4 bags. But yeah, it's a good spreader, got on well with it. Shouldn't say too much now, but the spreader, just show you the clock here now. Clock on it there now. You can see there that's 718 kilos left in it, 5.7 hectares done. Field number. Now this, I wouldn't mind this now because I don't bother changing the field number. So I'd say in over the 655 hectares that has been done on that page, it has about 140 kilos to the hectare, and this is what we're putting out at the minute, 125 or 850 kilos to the acre in old money. You can have your speed, show your forward speed, your PTO speed. The sensor on that now has given up. It doesn't show PTO speed. Doesn't really matter about the PTO speed. You have it on the tractor there, so but the only thing about it is just when you're changing, you can change from headland from headland to normal spreading. So there's normal, what we're at the minute, to the border, then it'll be your headland spread. The discs turn backwards to spread for the border. There's a gear, 2 gears mesh with one another to just go pop forward and back to spin the discs backwards or forwards. But when you press this, you press enter on that, it's going to select, or it's going to push the gears. But when the speed sensor was working, it wouldn't let the clock, I wouldn't let this, when you press enter, it just wouldn't let it engage until the PTO speed was at 0 and for a few seconds. But now when the sensor is at 0, even if it'll engage, I haven't done it nor hope will never do it, but I may get that sensor fixed. It would engage the gears if the PTO was spinning and damage the gears, and you'd be in a bit of bother then in the gearbox. Maybe new gears or what have you. That's one thing that has to be sorted out now. Just that's okay now when myself or the boss is using it and just know about it. You kind of have to listen at the back. You'd hear the slip clutch or the overrun clutch, sorry. You'd hear ticking, and when it stops ticking then you're safe enough. This setting here then, 26.12 kgs. That's a flow rate. You'd see it changing from different fertilizers. Once you're on a good fertilizer and reasonably the same consistency, that'll stay fairly level. But this, when it's in this mode here, it's constantly, weighing. It'll be working out how far you've gone, how much you've used, and if you're using over, it'll if the flow rate, say, is too high, it'll adjust itself back. It'll work out the flow rates for different fertilizers. Some fertilizers, let's say you had a setting for can and you put in 18612 or urea, and you use the same setting to be a completely different how much you'll be throwing out per acre. So on this, it'll work it out, works it out itself. Like, it's constantly weighing, it's constantly working out the acres and the weight that is used, so it will adjust itself back. But it's a good machine. As I said, we had got no bother with it, and look at, I'd have no qualms with it. Get no striping. You drive anywhere right at all, you'll have no striping with these, whatever. There is such a good overlap on them. They don't be too bad. Like, let's say, even I often see like when you be finishing off a field, you could be 4 or 5 meters say short, and you'd never see any difference in it. Like, so there's a good fling on it. Like, it's covering itself out well. The headland spreading then is a good thing as well. Like, it doesn't throw it. If you keep your PTO speed to around between 4 and 450 PTO speed, it won't fling it that much towards the ditch. Now it'll be just landing now in the butt of the ditch. If he even gets that far, like, you'd see an odd grain, but it'll be a thing of nothing now that would get to the ditch. You'd often see it there in the meadow. If you had it, let's say at near 400, you would see that line along on your first round. You'd see where it just hadn't been manured that well right by the butt of the ditch. So it's a good job that way. It's able to control the fertilizer good and well going out to the ditch. Yeah, I'll get going here now and I'll just show you the spreader work and go from there. We had 6 cattle away to the factory there. 2 bulls and 4 heifers. So the bulls there, 82 or 1982, he was standing 622 kilos and he killed out 400 kilos and he was a U minus 3 equals, and that gave him a 64% kill out. Pretty good there on the kill out on that. 83 then was standing 642 kilos. He killed out 410 and he was a U plus 3 equals, and he was 64% also. So they were 2 good kill outs on the 2 of them bulls. I was checking my weights there on the scales as well, so I would be confident enough now that they were right as their weight here, so would be confident enough in that 64%. The 4 heifers then, 1925, she was standing 598 and she killed out 360 kilos and she was a U equals 3 minus, and that was 60%. The next heifer there then, she was 1957, she was standing here at 586, killed out 340 and she was an R plus 4 minus, she killed 58%. 1959 there, she was 584, she killed out 363 and a U equals 3 equals. See there now the 2 of them, almost, actually the one, the cold weight was heavier, she was 2 kilos lighter, so the U grade and the R has a big difference in weight. Yeah, so a big difference in weight there in the actual cold weight. There was 23 kilos of a difference in the cold weight, while there was only 2 kilos and the standing here in the yard, so the grade does make a difference. And then the last one, 1979, she was 602 kilos live, she killed out 383 and she was an E equals 3 minus, so that gave her a 63% kill out. So that was a good kill out right there on that one now. That was an E grade, so yeah, she killed very well now. That's R grade one. Would have liked to put more weight on her, but as you can see there, she was up in the 4s for the fat, so they'll be cutting the devil out of him, like if you let him go too strong on the fat covers. So we let her on with herself. So look at the percentage kill outs there, very happy with them now. 64s for the bulls, that heifer obviously 63, 61 and 60. So like they were very good kill outs there for heifers. That 58, not bad for an R grade heifer either. So look at, happy enough with the weights. Trying to pull prices there now again, obviously. I don't know what, there must be more more probably getting into grass cattle now coming, although I think grass cattle will be scarce enough now at the minute. Hopefully they won't go too mad now on prices. They mightn't get away with it, touch wood anyway. They need to hold that price a bit longer to give lads a chance. But look, you're at the mercy of them boys' edges. So look, that's them. Now just back out here in the sow down here, where we scratched in that extra bag of stuff now, and it has brought it on there. As you can see across there now, it has thickened it up well. Any of the light patches in that, it has came on well in it there now, so it'll thicken it up well. But as you can see there behind me, like, if it had it all come on as it was, another 2 or 3 weeks, and we could have been getting a bit of a moan off it there. But it's not going to happen now. But look, it looks coming on well now anyway. So the weather is not helping either. Like, see there behind me, them clouds, like we're after having a big downpour there now not that long ago, and another one there coming in now the back of the mountain. It's not far off now as well. It's starting to drop rain here, but cold July evening now, and you're going on with a jumper on, and it's even cold enough now with the fleece on here now. So I don't know, this weather it's gone to a joke now at this stage. Anyway, we'll leave it here now on this one, and as always, give us a like and a subscribe, and maybe ring the little bell there, as they all say. So look, see you around.